What's happening?
Oh shit!
Yo, yo, yo.
That was clever. Good little combo moves there. You're gonna pay for it because you don't have a weapon now.
Say tractor state is pretty good. Let me see here.
Oh wait, no, I know what you're talking about. I've heard people use the camera tracker. I'm just
Yeah.
thinking.
I-
Yeah,
The tractor is a
that's
set of.
kind of-
How much
yeah,
can
you have a
here?
5-frame window for that, by the way. If you get the sticky bomb, you have a 5-frame window for. You can listen for when the. Cross is pretty cool. Actually, I might try to use him too. Let me see.
You gonna double cross me?
Clever. The Lion's Reign is what that's called. Unlock that. The Lion's Reign is what that's called. Yeah, there's event daily missions.
Speed versus strength.
I usually like.
Oh, is this the end of the final season? I think so.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's the end of the well, next week is the end of the season, so they're probably doing cool stuff.
How long is the season? Like 40 days?
Tournament shit?
It's in quarters, so I think it's 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ranked or
3 4-week sets.
ranked?
Or yeah, 12 weeks in total.
Go back to the room so I can see the number.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, I could have read it.
807352.
807352. Wham bam. Well, since I have every character, I'm just gonna go random.
Yeah.
Okay. We will play Starlight Falls at some point. I declare it.
I declare thumb war. With no secret.
Yeah, buddy, I'm getting my Switch.
What about your Switch?
Yeah, I'm getting my Switch. I'm getting that Wednesday, and I'll have Smash Ultimate and Mario Kart.
Hell yeah.
For that too.
You're not doing the Switch 2, are you? Or the original Switch?
Hell no.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to. I thought about like trying to motivate people to get back into the goodness of the old Switch to try to fight back against the tyranny that is now Nintendo, but it's not worth it.
Oh man, I'm already.
It just doesn't seem. It has no real improvements. It's still just a free for all console that has no real hardware in it.
Or whatever the fuck it is.
It doesn't have a real graphics card.
No, like I said, it just has a 1080p. I think it is. That's all it is. I think some of it can get to 4K in certain sections.
Do this some more. I think he's just wimping out because he knows he fucked up and he's got his his tail between his legs.
I mean, it could.
That's
like,
right.
And like, I was talking to my girlfriend.
And it's like defies what's the beautiful idea of the land of the free, the land of opportunity.
I know.
You make it here, and you.
We're gonna call it person here. It wasn't a thing until 1924. That's when it became actually like the first time it became an issue. Yeah, like we allowed an unlimited amount of anybody here because obviously we didn't really have enough people here to make a country. So we're like, yeah, come here. We just want more tax money and more people working and this, you know, like it wasn't until like I said till the 1920s, basically after World War I is when we started being like, yeah, we can't allow these other people here. Like, why? They've helped us throughout all
you jerk,
all of our time, you know.
Got me.
Red. Keep fucking up that dash. Whatever.
But,
wait. Yeah, it was Carlos last man standing.
I was trying to.
So I saw some stat where it was like the Wii Doge made back almost all the money that they spent, and so they've kind of
broke even.
Hit neutral.
Yeah.
Or yeah, they just broke even. Crazy.
Think about this, like, how is it that we're having all these Doge and all this shit supposed to save us all this money, right? But how is our budget still going up every year under his new tax plan or that he's trying to pass? It's like, how is that possible? You're supposed to save us all this money, but yeah, you're still raising how much we spend on like quarters and stuff. Like, That's what it is to our government. It's fucking nothing. It's a nickel.
They could throw that my way. I'd appreciate it.
Oh,
Yes, please.
to the average person, $200 million is a fuck ton for sure. I mean, it's all a perception. That's what I'm saying. Like, to the government, it's nothing. Yeah, to me, it's a fuck ton of money, dude. Fuck. To, like, Elon Musk and, like, the Walton family and shit, $200 million ain't nothing when you have 200 billion plus, Like, really, like...
Oh, what was I gonna say? I don't remember.
To a Republican Trump supporter, and they
it's
just
not my fault. We got
somehow find a way to justify it.
Well, yeah, because it's always like I said, we have our own people we got to take care of, which is true to an extent. I always tell people like, why can't we do both? Like, what's stopping you from doing both? Why can't we take care of our people and then like, the people that fucking need to be helped around the world? Why can't we help them too? Like, I was showing my girlfriend like this video of Gaza kids, and they're all fucking starving and shit. It's like, like, don't you think we have like a morality? Like, I try to use I was using the great power comes great responsibility line. I'm like, like once you have the power, right? Don't you have a responsibility to help the people without the power? Like, like these people have nothing, like,
you have a duty.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, because I'm like, maybe not legally, but like I was trying to explain, like, it's like I'm asking, like, on a moral level, like, is this moral? Like, don't you have a moral responsibility? Like, if you can help somebody next to you and it doesn't hurt you, don't you have a right to help them? Like.
Yeah. It's tribalism mixed with this misconception of free will. The tribalism is baked into all of this, but the free will obsession where they think that people are cognizantly making perfect free will decisions all the time, and that they can just magically apply that to having grown up in poverty and only knowing how to sell drugs to survive. Like that's the way that they think about this, and they think that when somebody tries to come over the border, they made their choice and they must live with that choice, and that's the end of the story, because it's this justification mindset. It's all justice based, and the justice coming from the conception of maximum free will allowance, which is exactly what fuels capitalism as well, because they're saying these are the people making the best decisions because they're maxing out on their cognitive capacity, and that's why all the billionaires are obsessed with maxing out on their neurology with all these supplements and brain enhancing hacks and all
drugs,
that.
Or whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it, but yeah. For sure.
Yeah, the concept of free will is really tricky right now, and I try to talk to conservatives about it.
I always tell people we have the illusion of free will, but I don't think we have free will. Like I said, pretty sure it's all determined.
Yeah, me neither. Or at least we have some functional capacity that we can call free will, but
yep, like I said,
the assumptions that we make based on that is,
well, you have to assume that you have
like individualism. Huh?
I was gonna say everybody's gonna assume that you can make a choice, right? Like when someone makes a bad choice or a good choice, or whatever, you gotta like you have to assume that they consciously made that choice, even though like technically when you like actually like study the brain and stuff, you find out they really didn't have much of a choice because the choice is already determined, obviously, without their consciousness knowing it. Like it's hard to explain that to someone that doesn't really actually understand or know.
Yep, you really do have to kind of go through some lessons showing people how neurochemistry works and how behaviorism and human psychology works. But I mean, I have hardcore conservative relatives that think in this way, that none of that means anything, that we should just completely ignore that, and everyone is always making choices. They're perfect. I mean, that's also the religious Christian conception too, because you're being judged for like God gave us free will to test us and test our worthiness of arriving in heaven later, and all that.
No, I know.
We are the blessed nation, because we have this blessed religion.
Right. Some would say.
Oof.
No.
Yeah, that was a good game.
It was.
GG. Oh, I can signal that.
Oh yeah. GG. Yep. People stuck in base level thinking, man, of
Just old ass thinking.
ideology.
It is primitive.
What they inherited.
Isn't it weird that whereas tribal as we were like 100,000 years ago, like it's almost exactly the same. It hasn't like really moved much.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? I mean, it's just what happened before. Just different shade of color.
Yep.
Basically. Yeah.
History
Repetition, man.
Like I said, we just have better
Repetition.
technology. That's all it is. We're the same people, like people. Just technology's gotten better. We gotten smarter in some ways. Our tools have gotten different,
Yeah.
but like our people, like our consciousness or whatever you want to call it, morality and shit, it's almost exactly the same. And to me, that's kind of sad. Like I said,
and thus we need a better. Huh?
You can go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say that means that we need a better society to guide us. That's the old Rousseau argument, noble savage dichotomy.
Yeah.
Quite a concept. I mean, I like the idea that we have the potential to continue to enhance our cognitive capacities, and these supplements and brain stimulators and all that, they do work. A lot of them are very effective. I've considered getting one because there's different ones at different price ranges. There are some that help with stress, with focus, with they're like meditative aids that seem to stimulate the regions of the brain that make it easier to benefit from meditation. It seems, from what I understand. Some of them offer that. Some of them offer other things, like learning caps.
Do you think that if you start taking them, that you would have to like almost rely on them to have your brain working the right way, or whatever you want to call it?
From what I understand, that's not how that works. It's kind of like psychedelics, though. Like sometimes you need a refresher, but it unlocks a lot for you, or it makes taking up good habits easier, which is kind of
like
the appeal of
long-term,
a psychiatric drug. Yeah.
I thought I was doing a lot of damage, but I wasn't apparently. I don't know. I keep stressing the like everybody's the same or whatever thing is basically what needs to be fucking pushed, and that's just all the nitpicking that comes with saying that. That's stands in the way of that coming across.
Like I said, we gotta get better at.
Wait, who said that?
No, I said that.
Brandon's been saying that forever.
There's what?
I'm saying you've been saying that forever.
I mean, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like little. I mean, it just depends on the context, right?
Yeah.
I thought you were quoting something. My bad.
Paid by that
I was
shit.
just saying that I say that, and people usually have some sort of little. It's always some context in which we see ourselves as different, but it's just like we're really at just different parts of a process or whatever, different perspectives.
Even like if you want to think about it, like we're almost like different stages. Like, like you can only get enlightened or smarter the more you know, the more you've like hung out with people, the more you fucking talk to different people of different sects.
Exactly.
And area, like you have to broaden your whole being before you can get educated in different fields, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, I guess.
Yeah, it's like we're all like sort of like almost like multi-dimensional clocks, with different hands that spin different ways or whatever, but we're set at different times or whatever, but pointing at different numbers, but eventually we all hit those same fucking numbers, if enough time passes,
You would hope, at least. I don't think everyone does, sadly, but you'd hope that people would, like.
Yeah, because situation and
some people just live their whole life and just choose to be ignorant, I always say like there's certain people at like the bar I work at, like I appreciate them because they'll be like, I don't pay much attention to this, and they'll just ask questions instead of fucking acting like they know stuff or like have a big opinion. It's like, thank you, just admit you don't know it and ask. Like it's not that hard, man.
Yeah, like the ways we see ourselves different is just the result of different outcomes, basically.
Yeah.
And all this ideology in the way, the essentialism, the free will illusion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh. Dude, the Sparta kick.
Yeah.
Damn.
I hope you figure it out.
Oh,
I know.
shit.
Jesus, dude. That's no weapon. That's built in. That's cool.
No, it's feet.
Oh, he has feats too. I didn't know he had the feats. He just has the hammer, so I don't ever use them.
Yo, where's all my weapon?
King Zuba.
Zuba. It's a Zuba.
Get my ass whipped both though.
No.
Hit. Overzealous. Overzealous, fellas. Ooh.
This so feels like Smash Bros. 4 players mayhem.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was
You
me
can do
again.
8 players.
You can do 8 players? Wow.
Ultimate, yeah. On Smash Bros. Ultimate, yeah, it's pretty crazy. You can do 6 players in this game, I think. Yeah, some games are 6-player special games.
Carlos, do you have a Switch?
Yeah, I got a Switch.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, we can play.
Yeah,
I
Mario Kart 8.
got almost every game. But
Oh yeah, bro. You dead.
I gotta see if I can get it connected to my monitor. Might use this little TV.
Oh no, I'm glitched.
bye.
I know I glitched out at the wrong time. Also, I'm like, what? I'm at the edge?
Yep. Fucking humanity.
oh, you.
Some people fight back and some people are timid, you know? Like, these are like timid people. Like, when confronted with, you know, challenging your thoughts and your beliefs, whatever, they run. They just go back to their shell and go, oh no, you know, instead of fucking fighting back and be like, you know what, this is why I'm right, and actually come with the goods or whatever the thing
That's
is.
important. You have to allow for people to be wrong. That's important. You have to allow for people to be wrong with grace. Like,
yeah,
that's something we've done with grace. Like,
yeah,
that's something we've never.
What is also
Realizing is likely the case when you are operating under the ideology that let's just say it doesn't have to be STEM. It's just the concept that whatever the current best economic model is to make you money and make the nation money. That's what you should do with your life, as opposed to something that's meaningful to you and something that's connected. When you start thinking with that former ideology, that makes it much easier to judge people for not conforming. Because you think that your situation is already figured out, and it makes it so much easier. For you just to say, "What do you not get about this? Obviously, this is your." For you just to say, "What do you not get about this? Obviously, this is the way to go. What are you talking about with all this connectedness?" And of course, we're connected. My company donates money for me, or I have an automatic donation to this one particular charity taken out of my account, and they don't ever do any work to the community. They don't do anything to contribute. They don't think deeper than their nose, and they don't really think deeply about what they're doing. And then they end up. It makes it easier for you to become obsessed with your possessions. That's what you really see with the capitalist model. So there's some new psychology there, I think, where it's the shiny object syndrome mixed with this ideology and this easily accessible judgment system of maximum free will that we built this glorious empire upon. I think that like that could be any field, though, is what I'm saying. That when you must conform to this, or you're just not getting it, like this is what we do here, it becomes a culture thing.
Yeah, I think I get what you're saying.
Jesus.
like I'm on this bitch.
this board, yeah, it's fucking nuts already. It's nuts with not many people, let alone 4 fucking people going crazy.
That's why I picked it.
I know. You always pick it. Like you pick it when it's just two of us.
That's true too.
I know. Oh,
Oh, motherfucker. Oh.
Oh, shit.
I got blasted.
Oh, good.
Came up on you.
Yeah, both fates. Oh, shit, I thought it was the other fate.
Felt like I fucking so sick of lag. I need to either talk to my internet people or something because it's been like pretty bad for like a week now.
Oh, really?
And I'm like direct.
Yo, check it. I fried my. I actually fried my Wi-Fi receiver recently because my wall outlet it's not grounded properly.
Okay.
I tried to extend it to get better range, and when I plugged it in, it just totally fried it. I had to get a new one.
Mm-hmm. Well, like
yeah,
I
this
said,
place has some electrical problems.
I'm literally directly connected to my modem, so I just don't get why I don't get why I should have such problems. Like I'm directly connected. I can see if I had Wi-Fi, but it's not.
Shit. Yeah, it's weird. What company are you with, if you don't mind me asking?
T-Mobile Internet.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything controversial about them.
No, and mostly, I mean,
some companies
get over your little shit.
Most of the time, it's been fine. Just like I said, the last like week or two, it's been starting to be like just, I don't know, unreliable.
X battle.
And the thing is, like, so the city I live in, I don't get like I only have like 2 internet services if it's not through like your phone company. It's like Spectrum and CenturyLink. I had CenturyLink and it was kind of bad.
How do you feel about this Trojan horse / bribe?
Oh my
golden golden 747.
Isn't it wonderful? There you go. I always say so. Like whenever Trump does shit, right? Like people are always like, "Well, the Dems did." I'm like, okay, well, like Hillary Clinton got like a necklace. This guy's getting a $450 million. Like you're gonna tell me those are the same? Like even if one is bad, like I'm not saying it's not bad to be, bribed, even like that. That's fine, whatever. But like to say these are the same amount of fucking bribe at illegal levels, like no, dude. Like there's not even fucking illegal levels. Like no, dude. Like there's not even fucking close to the same shit.
Yeah, and then Trump tried to defend it by saying the Statue of Liberty could be considered a bribe.
But it wasn't. It wasn't.
Oh my god!
Like what?
The thing is, it wasn't a gift to the president. Like this is like a personal gift to Trump.
Yeah.
Like that's the difference.
For the presidential library, which means he can keep it.
Yes, it's his special own personal, it's gift. His own personal fucking plane for after he retires.
And did you see the? Yeah, exactly. It's so ridiculous. Nobody's ever received anything close to that. It's very obviously a bribe, and anyone with a brain on their shoulders would recognize that.
No, the thing is,
he's a materialist.
It's always whataboutism. That's always the go-to. Like I said, it's always
good.
Well, Hillary did this, like. Cool. So even if that is true, which most of the time it really isn't, but even if it was, you're admitting that this is horrible too, right? No. Like, okay, fuck off, dude. Like, what do you mean? It's always whataboutism. With all these fucking MAGA people, whenever you talk to them. Well, Biden did it first. Well, Obama did it first. Like, I bet. The last time.
What
was that?
What, Carlos?
I said everything. Everyone contributed to everything.
True. And again, I'm not like I said, I'm not disagreeing. Like, you know, like if somebody else got bribed, like even for like 50,000, like it's not good. I'm not saying it is, but like to compare the 50,000 bribe to the $450 million bribe is a little bit different, right? That's like, to me, it's like I might accidentally kill somebody versus fucking premeditating, fucking planning out every cut I'm gonna make on that person. Like, there are different levels of psychotic, right? You know, like both bad. Yeah, they're both bad, but one's a little worse, right?
You see the processions that he received when he arrived, like the parade of people on camels, and the women with like the really long hair that were doing this crazy shaking their hair back and forth thing all along the sides as he and the leaders were walking between them. Like what? I mean, are they okay? So my first thought was that they're trying to show that their women are free to have their hair down in this country or something.
Probably.
Maybe I'm mixing.
Maybe, I mean, I don't know. It's either that or some
You
custom
never know.
culture they
Yeah.
have there. But
I mean, like they were just, dude, that was so weird. I've never seen anything. I mean, there are a lot of interesting, unique cultural traits, but or cultural things that people do in cultures like that, traditions. But I've never seen anything like that. It was really weird.
yeah, isn't it weird
Very,
that like,
very strange.
isn't it weird like so like Trump's getting these gifts from people that we know that give money to terrorists, but like the people in the West he talks shit about, like our actual allies, he hates them. It's like, isn't that fucking just weird? We're all allies with fucking people we hate our whole lives, and now the people we liked our whole lives we fucking hate. It's just so funny to me.
Yeah, he's turned a lot of things around. Same with Russia.
Yeah,
Now we're friends with Russia apparently, and
try to be, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm just saying all these things that like you grew up. If you told someone, if you'd have told a Republican in like 1996 that we'd fucking be, the Republicans would be pro fucking Russia and all this other shit, they would lose their minds. But yeah, we're the world we live in now. It's became the new norm. It's just funny to me.
I mean, many of the Trump supporters, the older generation, were alive during that time, and
I know.
They're using terms like the Ruskies or whatever.
Yeah, the Ruskies. Yeah, I remember all them, dude.
The Ruskies, is that it?
Yeah. I remember, like I said, I remember all that shit, dude. My parents were super Republican. I mean, yeah, I've listened to Rush Limbaugh and all that bullshit my whole life.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's a sweet combo. Holy shit.
Oh,
Urukan.
You know, this character is fun. Holy shit. Yeah, it's so sad people just completely conform to ideology.
It's a cult now. That's the thing. It's literally a cult. Like we're watching Charles Manson, basically. You know, like on a broad scale.
Yep. And the control of media narrative too. The narrative spin is so bad right now.
You have to have control of everything if you're gonna be this person, right? If you're trying to be like the ultimate authoritarian autocrat, whatever you fucking call it, you need everybody on your side. You can't have no dissent. That's how it works.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they always.
And I still don't know that he has that intention himself, but his party is currently so maniacal.
So the party, I agree, the party wants it, but then the party wants it, but they want it through him because he's got the cult of personality where he can actually do it. Like Stephen Miller can't do it himself, you know, but guess what? He can do it through Trump. You know, he can do his sicko fucking plans through Trump. Or, you know, there's a bunch of these fucking Howard Lutton fucking, you know, all these other fucking Nazi people. Like, you're the evil. Like I said, you're just riding his dick to do it.
Yep.
Yo, we need a face of the plan.
Yeah, he is. That's all it is. Like I said, and Trump loves that because guess what? He doesn't have to do any work because it's not his plans, and he gets to be the face of it. So he gets to sit there and get all the credit and be like, "Look at me, I'm Trump. Everything's going to be in my name and my buildings and this and this. It's going to say Trump this and Trump that." You know, like, so he loves it too. If for them, it's a win-win situation. Honestly, it's fucking nuts.
This is quite.
Oh, my legs.
It does sound like he doesn't want to run a third term though, so that's cool.
Well, I think
he's finally revoked
82,
that.
83. So I mean, for fuck's sake, dude, you should be dead by then. Like honestly, you're old as shit.
Yeah.
No, like I said, only thing like I said, I'm getting more. I'm happier that fucking Amy Colby Barrett fucking ditched his party because like she's a Trump appointee and she's been against him, so that's fucking wonderful for me. So hopefully he doesn't have the.
That is nice,
Yeah,
actually. You know.
Yeah, so I'm saying it's a
I love
big
that
check.
when people actually turn out to have principles.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Did you see the fucking Justice Roberts quote the other day?
No.
So he's the one that gave Trump presidential immunity, and now he's like, He's like, oh, the president is doing things that are like anti this and this and this. Like, you know who caused that? You motherfucker. Like, you realize now, too late, that you caused this evil by fucking allowing him to do anything he wants with no checks and balances. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
It reminds me of, again, like when what's his name? The dude from Germany, Chancellor. Fucking, I can't remember his name, but he did the Enabling Act. Like, you just gave Hitler all the power. Like, you didn't realize it till too late that you fucked the fuck up. Like, you know, like, you literally let this man rise to power and do all the horrible things because you fucked up by doing something stupid.
Yep.
And he realized it, but again, it's just too late. Like, oh, well, the damage is already done, dude. Like I said, Justice Roberts trying to cover his ass. Like, no, dude, you caused this. Don't freaking forget. You voted for him to have presidential immunity, so you're the problem.
Yep.
He's just got
presidential immunity.
Isn't that fucking crazy? Like, honestly, the idea of having a presidential immunity, like, so you're saying this guy is a king?
He's a
right?
king.
Yeah, I'm just saying he's a king. He
Yep.
can't get in trouble.
King.
He's literally above the law.
Yeah, it's a constitutional. Yeah, it's a constitutional crisis. You see the thing where like they asked him to bring Kilmar Abreu Garcia back.
Yeah, 9-0.
As a constitutional order, and like the Supreme Court said you had to do it. The Constitution says you had to do it.
Yeah.
Is it your duty as president to uphold the Constitution?
I don't know.
And he said, and I quote, I'm not sure. I'll have to check with my lawyers.
I know, it's so fucking sad, right?
And so, and then Daily Show showed like they flipped to a clip of him swearing in, putting his hand on the Bible as he swore in to office, and that's one of the things he says is that he promises to uphold the Constitution.
Yeah, that's what you swear to. You don't actually swear for like the Bible or
Like,
anything. You swear to the Constitution. Like, that's actually what you do. It's so fucking crazy.
Let me check with my lawyers.
You're supposed to be the guy
It's
that
just-
upholds the Constitution. Yeah, you don't even know what the fucking Constitution is. He's probably never read more than fucking 2 sentences of the Constitution. That's the problem. Like I said,
Oh yes, they asked him about the Declaration of Independence, and he talked about it as if it was like it was a declaration.
Between the beeps.
Yeah.
I get the end of the beeps. Okay.
Yeah, you got like five frames to do this. It's not too hard. Just gotta practice a little. Or listen for the beeps.
Yeah, this guy shit is garbage.
who are you?
Like,
Oh, you're the alien?
you're just a
Martian
base.
or
Yeah, the alien. I like that. The one you got, the weapon you
You're
got
not
now.
doing too
I like
bad.
that. So I don't like his other weapon, but I like that one.
yeah,
Lance
Lance
is
is the way to
ridiculous.
go.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
I like the lance, but the other one I don't give a fuck about. I hate
Dwarf.
Oh,
Oh, no, I didn't. Fuck, I killed myself.
me. It was the last time a president brazenly, openly said, "The courts did their ruling. Now let's see them enforce it." That was his quote.
imagine not believing in human rights
For sure.
as a thing.
Like I said, when you watch corruption happen openly in front of you, and then you complain about corruption from the other side, it's like, dude, I don't know if I really care what you say about the corruption on the other side. Like, I'm watching it live right in front of you, and you don't say a word, you don't give a fuck because it's Trump.
That's right.
It's your god emperor.
Man, who can do no wrong.
I know. He cheats on his wife in the hospital, and they don't give a fuck. It's like, dude.
Or well, yeah, no, they admit that he does plenty of wrong, but he's getting the job done.
Yeah, I know.
Like no other president ever has. And they're bewitched by that.
I know.
It's crazy.
Because he's just doing what every conspiracy theorist person wants. I mean, that's basically what he's doing. Which is funny, because I always say the same thing, like, when Marjorie Taylor Greene got in, she's like a QAnon person, like, so you believe in all these crazy things. Why haven't you called out any of them since you've been in office? Like, Isn't it weird that you haven't found any corruption or anything like horrible like you keep claiming? You know, like the child fucking and the.
I got kind of lucky with that.
You know,
that was good.
Like if I would have hit, you would have been screwed.
I just
yeah,
keep
I think
lagged
so.
out.
Lagged out too. I lost a life because of that.
I know. That's what sucks. All of a sudden, you're like, "Fuck, dude."
It's like suddenly everyone started running off the sides of the map. I was like, what is everyone doing? Oh, my internet.
I like this
I'm trying to
MX type guy.
Oh, there he is. All right. I get a different color. Use this color.
ESPN. Yeah, the Mavs.
I think
they trade it.
rigged. What are the odds that they get the first round draft pick?
Apparently 1.8%.
It
We have a number. Really little, but they got it. I mean, it's not a 0% chance, but I mean, it is weird.
Right.
It's always one of those. It's weird that this team made the stupidest trade of all time.
Yeah,
And they got the first pick.
Yeah, but the one person in the league that got rid of his best player gets the best player in the draft.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They made it weird where it's like, oh, it's kind of convenient how the timing. God damn life, I hate league. But I mean, I guess if you really want to get technical, you can watch the actual like balls be dropped on YouTube later. Fucking just fell off for no reason. So you can actually watch the process.
Oof.
I don't know where I'm going.
The fucking engine or whatever.
X.
Yeah.
Oh, he is freaking Mad Max character.
Jeez.
Got whacked with that thing, man.
Dude, I'm just pushing random buttons and aiming because I'm lagging, so I'm just randomly fucking like, all right, boom, 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 boom. Because randomly I'm like, oh, I'm off the edge, shit.
So am I doing?
I kill myself.
I saw that. I was waiting for you.
Oh no! Then I just dropped off of the edge. God, I hate lag in this game. This is a bad game to have lag in. I guess really no games that good to have lag in, but shit.
This is a fucking horse sound. Yeah, I liked that guy.
Oh, he's slow and he's floaty. He seems nimble, but he's quite slow actually in many of the gun moves at least.
Yeah, dude, you're fucking elusive. Put it on the situation.
This was my friend that I mentioned before, who is very virtue centered.
Either way, personally, I think I'm just having fun. We're having fun.
Of trying to like understand other people that are different than you or whatever the fuck, you know.
Yeah, like you're.
Yeah, I've got to teach that empathy.
Well, yeah, instead of seeing
there's truth
them,
to the noble and truth to.
It's us versus them mentality. Stop saying them. Like, they are you. Like, we're all humans. We're all same people. Like, I know they look different or act different or whatever the fuck, but in the end, you're a human, I'm a human. Like, let's make this world better for everybody, right? I mean, that's what should be always the goal.
Yep. I am because we are.
Yep.
It's a beautiful statement.
It's like Ubuntu or whatever, or I don't know how you pronounce it.
Yeah, it's Ubuntu.
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 So like my
If
this
you're
speed
connected,
test, this is that's what it says.
ping.
My ping is low. Like my internet speed's like 160 megabytes. So like my
Wait.
internet...
There's a new stage, I think. The old Uvaldi line. At the very bottom.
I see lava.
Oh, that's gonna be nice to see what happened.
I noticed that.
Got big back over there, a Moogie.
He's dangerous with the Moogie. Oh, it's the little. This is gonna be chaos. Everybody gang up on the turtle.
Oh.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh shit! The lava reached up and got.
Oh. Shit.
Mm.
Oh.
Grab a weapon.
Oh, wait. What was that? Me? Oh my god.
I smoked you, dog.
Oh, that's right. I was already
red.
I was already low. I thought like because I picked up my second weapon in one life, so I was like confused.
Oh.
What?
There we go. Ooh.
That was nice.
I didn't know that was gonna do that because I don't know this guy's moves too well, but it's definitely a good move.
Hey, stop hitting your elders, buddy. So you got knocked out. Back to boom.
Gang up on the turtle.
Shit. Y'all did. Banged up on me good.
Oh. You. I was hoping that you didn't do that move right there.
He's got like 2 aerial attacks, I think.
Yeah.
He's got that one and the other one's more sustained. Yeah. I think. They might be the same. Oh, you can hold that one. Ooh.
Yeah, a lot of the gun moves you can hold. The down special as well, I believe you can hold. Shit. Please. No. No. Wonderful.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. Don't you cross me again, see?
Let's see. Who am I gonna?
Oh, they got double coin rewards now. That's cool.
Ooh,
Twice as much coin.
12,000.
Alright. That character's really fun too. I was trying to get good at him for a while. Jaden.
Isaiah, that's one name.
I think he what?
Isaiah compared to all the other names.
Isaiah.
Yeah, that's the guy that Gong Show that Brandon Sheath.
Oh yeah. No, I was talking about Jaden.
Oh.
That's one of the, according to the game lore, that's one of the students of Lin Fei. Lin Fei is a master of some form of fighting. I can't find Jaden.
He did.
Be darned. It'd be cool to start a community project. I'm thinking about trying to get this city to start a recycling plant. Try to get people to sign for that. Make an appeal.
Yeah. Anytime you get community working
They
together
don't have...
for a common cause is probably gonna be better than nothing, you know.
Yeah. This is just a really conservative town, so
I get it.
Dayton is actually the dude. The parade that I went to was so full of it was mostly advertisements and celebrating the fact that this is the town where the great debate about whether they're going to allow evolution to be taught in schools would happen or not
called?
in the state of Tennessee.
Fuck, I remember that. I can't remember what it's called.
There were at least three. There were three different. What is it?
I'm trying to remember the case name. Like, what was it? Like, who? There was a teacher versus the state.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of the fucking name.
Yeah.
It's gonna piss me off because it's very important. Like, it's one of the key cases in fucking American history, in a sense.
Yeah, and there were at least 3 floats that were celebrating that. One dude was in a full, giant kind of Sasquatch chimp costume, and he was standing before a judge and jury, and it's just so goofy, like a dude in a giant gorilla suit being judged. And then another one was similar, but the judge had an ant head, like he was wearing some blue ant head on his head. A giant ant head. I don't know what that had to do with anything. But
well, it's like the crocodile and all that other bullshit. Why isn't there a crocodile? Like, because they didn't exist. Why is there no this? It's like, because that's not how evolution works. Not just fucking things become other things. Like,
why are monkeys evolving into humans now?
I know. Why is there still monkeys? Even though we're not even monkeys, we're apes. People are stupid just for that alone. Like, we're not monkeys, we're apes, actually. So we don't have tails. Like, that's a big thing. And again, I try to use the analogy of, like, okay, America came from Britain, right? Why is there still British here? Like, they're your cousins. Like, you know, like, you're similar. You're not the same, right?
Yep. They just branched off. It's literally branching of evolution.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but when you don't have that
Neanderthals and us are like, we're common, but we're not exactly the same, but we're common. Like, we have a lot of shared traits, or whatever you want to call it. But
I really think it's just more comfortable on the brain to have a smaller world model of 6,000 years, as opposed to 13.4 billion.
Dude, billions makes people's minds go crazy. Like, really.
Exactly. We weren't evolved to conceive of that. So we make up religious explanations for it to shrink our reality and make us comfortable. It's quite obvious to me. But people still debate that for some reason.
Well, they just... That's...
What was that?
It's hard. I said that they avoid seeing past it.
Yeah, well, also everybody in their group, like their family or whatever, all believe the same thing. They don't get outside their group. That's the other part. That's why, like, I would say, like, the whatever they're called, the Mormons. That's why they excommunicate you when you fucking leave the religion. They don't want you to ever leave, and they make it fearful. Like, if you leave, you know you're gonna lose all your friends and family, right, for the rest of your life. It's a big loss. You have to. It's a real big decision when you decide to leave some faith.
Mormon is so crazy.
Yeah, I met some Mormon girl in California, and she said it was so toxic. Like she said, everyone will just walk around naked in like a community.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And she said they were just forcing. It blew my fucking mind.
It's a cult.
Like
too.
People really.
What did you say they would do? I didn't catch that.
They would walk around naked, like in a cult.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm glad I asked you to repeat that.
Yeah, that was the norm.
Just kind of like not saying anything. That's crazy. Holy shit, dude. Okay, so I know one person that goes to Church of Latter-day Saints. He's a Mormon, and he is the most chill, down-to-earth dude. A very, very normal guy, and we've had many hour-long conversations, in fact, and semi-debates about atheism and agnosticism and the origins and history of religion. But yeah, of course, there's cults out there too. It's crazy.
Well, think about it. Like
I went to a. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, think about it. Like their religion is one dude can have fucking 4 wives and shit. Like it's literally just all fucking. It's just manpower. Like women subside to men or subservient, and this. Kids got to be subservient to the dad. Like it's fucking crazy. And then people follow it.
That's wild.
People take an interpretation and I'm gonna squeeze this out and interpret it completely different.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, everyone has extreme in both directions. Some religions have this. It's such a positive perspective that it's something you cling on to for safety. But then you got the extreme of it where people use it as this crutch.
Yep.
They use it for power.
Well, yeah, because the thing is, once you have to rely on me for the knowledge of the book or whatever, the interpretation, all that shit, dude, I have you in my palm of my hands, dude. I can get you to think and believe whatever the fuck I want for the rest of your life.
Yep.
Yep. No, religion. The best thing religion does, I always say, is community. Like they built a good community, and it's nice for people to fucking go hang out with other people in their area, and do all that shit. Like that shit's great, and like even like the random times where they fucking do like all their drives and shit. Like that's good. Like of course, but like I always say, the problem really is just the idea. Like when the most important question in the world can be not that important for you to look it up or whatever. Like that's not gonna be good, dude. Like you have no actual idea what your answer is to your riddles. And all you say is God's way or whatever. Like it's mysterious ways. Like, no, dude, there's a way. Like, especially if the God's supposed to be like omniscient, have all the omnipowers. Like, dude, that can't be the case. He has all the powers, right? He's omnipresent, smart, omniscient, can't be that way.
Yeah. The amount of logical fallacies that take place
when
it comes to religion.
For sure. And that's ridiculous. My problem with it. Is like I said, if you could believe this off no evidence and no fake or no reality, then of course I could believe that you believe in stupid like politics or whatever the fuck because you believe in this stuff that's ridiculous. Like how would I trust you to have a good stance on abortion or whatever the fuck, It's kind of my thought process with it. I don't know. Religion leads a lot of hate. As much as it does good, though, I'm not saying it doesn't do no good, but like the reason why people hate gay people is because of religion. The reason why we hate trans people is because of religion.
Yep.
Like the reason why we hate abortions because of religion. like that's the reason why I have a problem with it. Like if you just believed whatever and kept it to yourself, I don't give a fuck.
I mean, there's the gay thing or the fear of homosexuality or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's there are combinations of the disgust response, like the insular cortex getting triggered, and being afraid of what you don't understand and making fun of it. And then the religious holy books wrote that in because they didn't like it.
They didn't understand it at the time.
There are arguments saying that the translations of the Bible where they edited and made insertions, some of the kings authorized that to make those insertions and make things certain things illegal and other things illegal.
I feel like a part of it could have been like, you know, bisexual people and like if bisexuality like became, you know, popular, maybe it fucking tore apart the family or some bullshit, you know, but
maybe.
But, you know, then there wouldn't be like understanding about it. You know, there'd be chaos because of something like, you know.
I get it,
know.
but like,
I think you understand
what I mean.
My thing
would be like, if you were to think about it, like, if you truly did love somebody, whatever the fuck, right? Like, you love this person because of their personality. It's not because of their looks or whatever, most likely, right? It's because of their personality, who they are, right? Well, if they happen to love
propulsion to race, that one seems to be seen in every culture. Is the insular cortex is triggered when you see somebody of a different skin color. And the ugly versus pleasant thing, that one's hilarious, where you see downregulation of the insular cortex and upregulation of dopamine when you see someone that you're attracted to, and the opposite when you see someone that you're unattracted to. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like upregulation of the disgust response and downregulation of the desire to pursue that thing, that person.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes sense because the thing is, in order to fucking not have any empathy, you must be disgusted by that person in general, right? You know, like.
Then all the language around that, where we used to call people vermin, or they are the lesser ones, or they're not worthy, and all that crap.
Yeah.
Written into the Bible like that, because that's how we think as chimps, as racist tribal chimps.
I laugh at fucking like the Christians. I'm like, you know that even in your own book, like God has a chosen people, right? Like, isn't that fucked up for an omniscient God to have all these people and have a like, this is my favorite sect. Like, fuck all the rest. This is the group that I care about. Like, I use the analogy of like, if you had like 4 kids, you know, and your parent, if one of the parents went, "You're my favorite kid," even if it was true, that's fucked up to say to your kids, right? You don't tell your kids like which one's your favorite, you know, and fuck the rest of them. You know, like that's just not. I'm just saying, like, even we don't even want that for a human. This is supposed to be the omniscient, perfect God. Like, why the fuck would he do it? You know, like things like that. It's like, fuck, man, use your brain.
Yeah, that's a good example. It's a really good example.
That's where I try to thrive. It was the analogies and shit.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get that kind of message across to people that are sunk into the ideology. But
True.
That one's pretty relatable. I mean, freaking, we're chimps with enlarged forebrains.
Yep, basically.
And opposable thumbs. Evolution figured out that it could extend the forebrain, give us a thicker neocortex, and make our opposable thumbs, and use the opposable thumbs. It's a exaptation. People use the term exaptation to exapt upon a natural property of grabbing.
Level, dude.
You can grab a lot.
This is like the Mario level.
That's why I picked it. Yeah. Oh shit! I thought it was a different character.
Yeah, we just gotta. Like I said, that's what the whole right runs on, is fear-based fear mongering. So it's like, how do we get people to stop fearing fucking their fellow people, man? Like, they're just people. They lived a different life, had a different circumstance.
I mean, yeah, the whole thing is secured by fear. It's fear all around, you know.
That's what I always tell people. Like, that's my new argument when people start talking shit to me about something. Like, dude, you're just fear mongering, right? Like, no,
plus,
I'm not.
Pride.
I'm like, dude, you're blaming the fucking Latinos. You're blaming these people for this issue when it's not the issue or whatever, right? Because like, because recently I've been watching fucking these people have been always posting like, oh, this illegal immigrant raped this person, or this person did this and this, which obviously is fucked up. But it's like, you know, when you look for any crime from any one person or individual group, you're gonna find unlimited amount. Why don't you post like,
you think about
the other 10 million rapists that happened today? You just posted the one. Why do you only post the one? Like, what was the reason?
So they get forgiveness for sinning, and they don't have like an alternate explanation as to why you should not do these
actual
things that are deemed wrong. You know, they don't actually consider like the harm it does to the system,
you know,
the social system.
Well, yeah, man.
So it's like they don't have nature-based moral reasoning. So it's and then it's and I feel like when something is deemed off limits or against the rules, it kind of tempts people to want to do it anyways, you know, instead of if they don't have their own reasoning for it, then they're not going to be self-motivated.
True. That's what I was talking to my kid about the same shit earlier today because I'm like, dude, at this point, like, you're 13, right? Like, you shouldn't need a mom or dad to tell you to fuck. Like all these things, like, you need to start taking, like, personal responsibility. Like, dude, you don't need other people to save you, dude. Like, or tell you what to do and shit. Like, do all this stuff on your own. I promise you. Like, you're smart enough.
Yeah, there's a certain point where independence has to be, yeah. Parenting psychology is something I don't have too much.
No, I know.
Knowledge in.
I'm learning as I go. If it means anything, with most
like,
parents. Fuck.
Gee, I gotta start making dinner. I don't
know if a child feels abandoned at that point, but then I don't know.
I know
they do have to have that moment where they fucking.
Like, there's like my kid has like issues with certain things sometimes, and I always just try to be cool. Like, dude, if you just like talk about it, explain. Like, I always tell them, like, whenever you fucking just tell me the truth, I don't get pissed. It's only when I gotta pry shit out of you that I get pissed. It's like, dude, just be honest. Like, even when you fucked up, like, if you fucked up in life, if you just came to me like, dude, I fucked up, I did this, I don't get that mad at you because at least I appreciate you being honest and fucking coming to me. We can figure it out together and go from there. But that's the thing. Like, it's all built on trust, though. You have to trust people. You have to trust everybody, like, especially if they're going to be close to you, in life or whatever, business, anything. Like,
yeah, trust it's also very tribal in many ways.
It is.
You can have individual trust and tribal trust. Those are different kinds. And
they are. Well, yeah, that's
people can be.
There's you're white, I'm white, I know we're good, right? Like, if there was a group of like 20 black people and there's 3 white people, the tribe says we can link up, we'll be fine, even though it has nothing to do with it and shouldn't play a part in it. It is, though, or vice versa.
The tribalism. I gotta teach the children how to avoid it, otherwise they will be deployed by it.
I would think
a
start would be, honestly, just knowing that you have it. I think if more people understood, it's like being the conscious of your biases. Like, like, obviously we all have them, but like, if you can be conscious of it and understand you have them, and maybe you could try to stop yourself from just blindly following them, at least have the reasoning, or when someone offers you something different, you actually look into it instead of just blindly doing your biases and shit, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all kind of connected in their own weird ways.
Well, this is probably going to be my last match. I keep talking, I just got to make dinner. BT dubs. That being said, that means I'm going to crush it. You shall taste my wrath.
Right. Well, I probably will. I'm starting to look at
Patrick's the first one. Are we agreeing?
What?
I said Patrick's the first one out. Are we agreeing on that?
Yep. Team up on the shell.
I'm trying to go to bed early. Or go to bed more early.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed. I gotta drop my kids off at the grandma's house before I go to work, so I gotta get up earlier than normal.
Yeah. I gotta get up early too. I got anger management for reals this time.
Fun.
Huh?
I said fun.
It might be fun. I don't know.
You know what? The thing is, honestly, you got to do it. Like, you got to start taking responsibility for yourself because you want to do it, not because I want you to do it or whoever else. Like, you're at the age you got to start being like, dude, I need to start doing this. You ain't no baby no more.
Jesus.
You ain't no baby no more.
God, that move is ridiculous. Nah, it's so broken.
I gotta get on the fucking edge here. That's the only way to do it.
Yeah, that move, that's like freaking Loki. All his moves are broken too. Just huge hitboxes. All of them.
Oh.
Oops. Shit.
Can you not?
I'm trying to use you as the monkey in the middle.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, pay attention to him.
I didn't even realize I was doing that. That's funny.
All right.
Oh shit, I'm getting lag.
Oh, fuck. Time that shit perfect.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, Queen Eye is banned in tournaments, I think.
That's funny.
Because of all that. It's ridiculous hitboxes. He's not as bad as Loki, though. Some of the new characters are much more broken. Her guitars are pretty reasonable, although her neutral special is pretty freaking brutal. Nice. No. That's stupid.
No.
That move hits twice.
So close.
No.
King's
Brutal.
Shit, man.
Game.
Fucking Spartan kick.
GB.
Honestly, that character is such a cheat.
Which one?
Sweet.
Uba.
Turtle?
Whatever, however you...
Yeah.
Imugi or whatever.
Yeah,
that turtle's
he's
fucking
super
badass.
fun. He's one of the new characters. He's very fun. I recommend.
What are you gonna make, Patrick?
Burrito. So I make like
Burrito?
every other night. It's freaking delicious chicken wrap, spinach, mushrooms, and onions.
Good, nice and healthy. And
Like
good.
how you always call you like add the adjectives of delicious.
You have to.
Get all hyped up.
Yeah, you never watched
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay's Magnificent Food?
I mean, it's. I
mean,
don't
yeah.
say that to brag about myself. This is really good.
No, I know that. Yeah, I know. You're just like happy, sort of anticipating the food,
It's a good mindfulness exercise. Yeah.
That's what I figured it was. Yeah.
Also, Crohn's disease kind of pushed me to on my diet more. Nail down good meals. They're affordable. This is one that's pretty affordable.
Yeah, I make tacos a lot.
It's goatees right there.
Mm-hmm. I got the carb balanced tortillas, so I'm not full keto right now. I should go full keto again.
Full. I just stick to mine. Eggs and chicken, and rice for dinner.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's good though.
That's a good combo.
Yeah, keep it light. I don't do any red meat.
I've lost weight like a few times now, basically. Well, if I go below 200 again, that'll be like the third time. I'm probably like 240 now. I was like 270, 280 twice.
I've topped out at 240 a couple times. I'm usually around 220. It'd be nice if I get down to like 210, but I just never seem to get there.
Dude, keto fucking blasts that shit. I bet you would do pretty good with that. But then you got the family, dude. That's when it gets hard. My brother is a big guy, and Yeah, the family is always, because
Yeah,
his wife
you gotta make food for everybody.
doesn't focus on that. Yeah. Yeah. Diet is a thing to always get better at.
It's the beginning of your mental and your physical health.
Right,
honestly,
nutrients.
is what you eat. Like that's the
Yep.
the fuel you're feeding your body. Like I said, your brain, your body, everything. So I mean, that's the start of it. Obviously there's many other things that go with it, but
It's a big deal.
it is. Do. Yeah, I just gotta figure out how to get my ping down. Only thing I can see, only thing I'm finding is getting a better fucking modem. Which I guess I can do that, but I'm just using the modem they gave me.
Wasn't Ping the name of
Huh?
the alternate name? Wasn't Ping the alternate name that Mulan used?
Ling and
Brother
Ping?
Mulan.
Yeah.
It was Ling and Ping. That's what it was.
No, yeah. Because he's like, he's like, Ling, he's like, that's my friend's name. I am Ping. I fucking love Mulan. Aiming. Need direction of design. Well,
Oh, I guess I should kind of clarify it. So I said earlier, there's a mindfulness aspect to this. That's kind of what I meant to say. To enjoying food, but I do genuinely enjoy doing that. Like I'm not trying to trick myself into enjoying making a meal. I just want to.
Oh yeah,
That's quite a genuine experience. That can also be a mindfulness exercise.
Yeah, I just figured you might have added the adjectives of delicious or whatever. I think you've used like a couple adjectives once, referring to your meal. But yeah, it is good. I feel like
I mean, I do like cooking.
You consciously do that, but
I like experimenting with meals, but I don't go extremely extravagant. I just like having a few good meals that I know I can cook really well. And maybe I'll try to incorporate one new one a year if I do. So,
What's your typical go-to meal?
this chicken wrap with chicken and onion, spinach, mushrooms, and some kind of cheese. If I can afford good cheese, I'll get it like feta cheese and lemon. And the lemon helps extract the iron from the spinach significantly. So I'll put the lemon on the spinach directly, and I'll also kind of eat that on the side. And sometimes I'll cook the lemon. And man, if y'all never had cooked lemon on a stovetop, just any kind of cooked lemon, it's very good. It's very, very good. You get it like browned, and it tastes like better. It's like way better than a lemon, especially with a little salt. that goes well with fish. I also like eating fish and zucchini and squash. No squash if I can afford it.
Yeah, I've been a lot more open to different vegetables. I think before I used to get overwhelmed because I didn't know exactly what I was tasting. Like, I have a sensitive sense of taste. Everything is overwhelming. Like for me, I don't eat burritos because just the idea of having a burrito is overwhelming.
So a wrap becomes a burrito once you add beans. Is that right?
I don't know. That's a mix.
I think that's the.
I'm not sure.
Because everybody says it's a chicken wrap, but once you add beans or guacamole or something that's more bean based, it becomes something that refried. And this stuff's delicious. Umami seasoning, it hits that umami flavor. Very good. I think I should go like
I'll have to think about that.
Dude, I've been taking Adderall lately, and that shit keeps me up all night.
Yeah.
That
That means you don't have ADD.
Yeah.
If you had ADD, you'll still sleep on it.
It's well, it depends really. Okay. I'm on a low dosage right now.
Okay.
I'm only on 10 milligrams since I. So I mean, there hasn't been a significant difference. I guess noticeable difference. I mean, micro maybe. You know, it's definitely quieter.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, everything else is still the same.
Do. Baby. What baby? Do. Nope, wrong button. Nope, wrong button. Do. Yeah. Baby. What? Oh, hell. Let's see here.
Yeah, cauliflower pizza is pretty good. Sometimes I'll make some dank ass cauliflower pizza with the pineapple or chicken mushrooms as well. It's the same.
Pineapple.
I like pineapple. Cooked pineapple is delicious too.
You know, my favorite pizza is anchovies and pineapple because it's super salty and also sweet.
I actually do like the cauliflower crust. I should learn how to make it.
You talking about for pizza?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have this one. Well, it's a Kroger's grocery store over here. Cauliflower pizza that I get. Pretty good. Way less on the sauce. Everything is organic.
Okay. I don't know if we even have Kroger out here at all, anywhere.
Yeah, what kind of grocery stores? Brands.
We have Cub Foods. We do have what's it called?
Yeah, Home Foods is.
Or Cub Foods, so it's like a local branch and or corporation or whatever. And we have one that's kind of bigger in the Midwest. What is it fucking called? We have Aldi's around. We have Walmart's. God damn it. I think we do have some Whole Foods. Is the fucking one I'm thinking of?
Fucking teammate saved them. What a dick bag.
What are you playing now?
Playing COD.
God.
I was about to go kill him, and his teammate saved him. I
Brand,
already had downed him too.
What?
Republicans in the House of Representatives today, his own people blocked his tax bill. He's losing people in his own constituent even now.
Did you see how guys fell asleep?
Okay.
Who fell asleep?
Who?
I don't know who fell asleep. It was some guy.
I think there was 2-3 different people that fell asleep because I seen a chick one too.
Yeah, that's hilarious. You just fall asleep on a job in front of everybody.
Yep, they don't even get fired. You know, no problems. Dude, it's so ridiculous. The difference between different levels of society.
I love reading Republicans fucking going against him. It's so awesome. It's nice to know it was only 6 of them, but that's all they needed. Just 6 people with some backbones. Be like, no, this is stupid. Stop it. Oh man,
dude, but we so badly need intelligence back in the.
I don't think we ever had it. Honestly.
Back in, but
it's never been around.
Right.
There's been intelligent people, but not intelligence like on a countrywide or what do you want to call it. I mean, the beginning.
Well, of course, right.
The guys who founded America, like the initial 40, 50 people, like they were smart as fuck. Like, I give those people the.
Like World War II. Are some of our better eras, but then there was a lot of that was more what is the word I'm looking for? Slyness or.
Well, I'll say there was still a lot of fucking injustice and stuff.
Cunning.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Like, yeah, it might have been better. It might have been better for a lot of people, but for a lot of other people, it was way worse. So like it's a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always laugh when they say "Make America Great Again." I'm like, well, what are you trying to go back to? Because you're saying again. So when was the last time it was great? Because no matter what you say, there's gonna be people that are gonna be like, it wasn't great for us. Like that's the thing. Things evolve. Like we're supposed to get better in time. You're not supposed to go back in time.
Greatness is relative.
Yeah, true.
It's true.
Of course.
Did y'all know that the writers of the Constitution actually got into fistfights?
Yeah.
There was an instance where people actually came to blows over it, and this has taken place. So I was looking into the history of actual physical conflict in the writing of law, and there's many examples of this actually. Not a ton, but.
Senator caned another senator almost to death for during the Civil War time or the slavery issue, talking about slavery, and the dude was pro-slavery, and the other guy was anti, and he fucking said he literally caned the one dude to death almost. He's like, "You're a piece of shit."
The cane of justice. That's crazy, man. I mean, we're just banging on gavels, thinking that we've got it all figured out. It's so ridiculous.
It is kind of ridiculous in a way.
It is fucking crazy the things we've been
I mean,
through.
we're just making rules for ourselves, and we think that like, we're this grand species that just been given this God-given right to own the planet and girdle the earth or whatever. And here we are doing it like this. I mean, yeah, this happened recently in Taiwan a few years ago. There was a fist fight in Congress.
Yeah.
And you see the way that we hold congressional meetings. Like, there's no actual referee there. There's no adults in the room.
No.
It's all ideology, other ideologies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stupid monkeys with degrees. Chimps
It's
with apes. Stupid apes with degrees.
It's funny how much like ideology as a word gets thrown around, but it's like it just fits so much shit, you know.
You know what's funny though? It's like when most people use it, they
explains
don't
so
even
much
know they don't actually know what they're saying. They just use it because other people say it. I feel like a lot of people are just parroting it as a way to make them seem smarter than they really are. It's like, okay, well, what do you mean by that? Like, oh, I don't even know. Like, oh, okay.
That's a good point. I need to be careful because I overuse that word, I think, and that is definitely what people think. I hadn't thought about that. That word super overused, yeah. No, it's ideology. It's
it's a study of the idea.
Your ideas have become you're beholden to a system of ideas that is not serving you, or you think it's serving you and it's not. That's when an idea becomes
not based on reason, you know, independent use of reason. You just kind of inherited it.
Mm-hmm. That's why I always break it down to fucking epistemology. Like that, I feel like is the biggest thing. Like you can say you know something, but we need to get better at showing how you know what you know. Because people just say, like I said, this one I posted something about the Trump fucking airplane thing, right? And this person's like, oh, the Saudi Arabia's gave the Clintons fucking this helicopter that's worth like $18 million. I'm like, oh yeah, can you show me where that is independently said? Because I can't find it in the internet, and they can't because it's a fucking bullshit story. So like, I watch you spread bullshit, and when I call you out, you just laugh it off and go, oh, it's no big deal. It's like, no, it's a really big deal because other people who are stupid read these things and then they think it's true, even though it's fucking a lie, right? Like, then people get
the no big deal part.
And then people get mad at me for calling them out. It's like, no, you need to be called out. You need to be shamed because you're spreading lies like openly. And now I've called you on it, and you still don't care. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah, dude. Like they see everybody else doing it, so it's like permissible in that sense, you know. Like,
well, so like for the person that sent it, I guarantee they have their echo chamber Republican shit.
It's like emotionally difficult to integrate big words, people, you know.
And a lot of me using fancy vernacular, even when I'm just using just the word free will and determinism, and trying to explain them at a very clear and very fifth grade level.
Dude, people, I'm not even like I was saying, I'm not that smart when it comes to science, but the little I know at the bar I work at makes me sound like a fucking like Neil deGrasse Tyson to these motherfuckers because they have no idea what I'm talking about. It's like, man, I'm like, I always tell them, like, I'm not that smart. You can look this up your fucking self. Like, it's just a little bit of reading. Like, if you see something that interests you, why don't you look into it? Like, it's a lot of things are fascinating. Like when you actually take the time to look into it.
Yep.
Encourage open-mindedness and curiosity instead of rigidity and overassurance.
I see it like, okay. I used to get complimented by like family or whatever when I would things that were quote unquote smart, and then I would find that annoying as shit because it's like, no, actually listen to what the fuck I'm saying and process it, absorb it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like instead of just because it's just an identity thing. It's just like it's fucking crazy the way our world, you know, has been shaped by this ideology based around success and staying in your lane, and you know, identity, not wanting to be looked at it as a weirdo, so on and so forth. And it's just limited people's intelligence. And people haven't had the resources to be conscious of that. And now people are running around fucking spreading bullshit to feel like they're smart or to defend their ideology or tribe or whatever, you know. They're afraid of people of a certain identity. Afraid of our culture changing.
Well, precious culture. What is that culture, sir? One person I listened to, he described it as it's like I'm dating my mother, or I'm looking for people that are offering me the same fights and the same confrontations and the same safe space or the same safety that my mother provided me in the same ways. And then he realized he was doing that. And he's like, "Holy shit! It's like I'm dating my mother."
Yep.
And then the Freudian psychology comes into play with that one. Big time.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he was really close on a lot of things. Like, I don't think he was right, but he was fucking right out. Like, think about it, he was like the first attempt really at it, like real attempt at psychology. Like, there's been philosophy and other things, but not to the same extent.
Well, people like are confused kind of about the Oedipal complex or the Oedipus complex. It's more about like replacing your father figure to have like access
a new
to your
father
mother
figure
or whatever, you know. Replacing your father or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but like the child, it's like, so like the child doesn't really understand the relationship, the special relationship between the father and mother, you know, because they don't understand sex.
Sure.
It's like they want to, replace the father or whatever to, take his place to have special access to the mother. That's what it's supposed to be, but yeah, or I don't know if that's another interpretation, but I don't know. I think that's like the common reading now, though, of the Oedipus complex. Not like a sexual relationship or whatever, or attraction toward the mother.
All right, it's like filling in gaps that need filling, or fulfilling certain things that you had in childhood.
Yeah.
And now we use terms like she has daddy issues or whatever.
Yeah.
If somebody, because I always say it, so like for the Timberwolves in basketball, Anthony Edwards, his mom and grandma and all these people died like within like 6 months from each other. So he literally was like him and his brother, sister, whatever. They were basically no parents, nobody around, and their basketball coach took him in, and that became his new like mentor, new like father figure, and like it helped raise him the right way and stuff. So I always say like it can definitely happen. Like you're saying, supplementally, it doesn't have to be like what if your biological dad is like a fucking rapist, horrible person? Doesn't mean he's a good person. He's not gonna raise you right, you know, like just because he's your dad, you're your biological dad, you know, like that's why I would totally disagree with Jordan Peterson's take that it has to be the actual father or whatever the fuck.
So I was saying, a lot of people are they're gaining benefit from what Jordan Peterson is teaching them,
Sure.
from the perspective of them not having a father growing up, and he's kind of filling that gap for them. This is what I'm hearing, and after listening to him, I can see that. That's good. But I mean, that shouldn't be the only person that you turn to. He also needs to emphasize that he's not the sole voice on all of it.
No, of course not.
Bad.
But no, I mean, if for the people he's actually helping and shit, I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's good. I mean, of course. But the thing is, he's saying a lot of like half truths. He's not giving like the full context, so he's kind of always feel like he's like a liar. Like when you only give part of the answer, I don't know, man. It says a lot about you. I always feel like. Amy Comey Barrett.
All right, top Star Trek and dinner. I'll talk to you later. Much love, guys.
All right, later, man.
All right, brother,
Always a
peace out.
pleasure.
Sure.
Peace out.
The largest plantation, Nottoway Plantation in Louisiana, caught fire today and burnt the fuck down. How awesome in a way. The symbol of racism falls. Hilarious.
All right, I'll check it out.
It's pretty fucking funny. Dude, people in New York City are fucking.
Too about other people's success.
Oh my god, I know, right? I kind of laugh every time the Olympics are on. Like, oh, we won the gold medal. I'm like, no, dude, that guy there is fast as fuck. He won the medal. He's the guy, not you. You didn't do shit. You're just a fat fucking person in America.
If it's like some source of power, yeah, we are the most dominant.
Yep. I know. And what's worse is that the negative effects happen too. Like when your team loses, for like the next week, you're like, ugh. It's like, dude, you know that you didn't even play the game, right? Like you had nothing to do with it at all. Like, why is it affecting your whole being?
Mm-hmm. Again, it all comes down to identity.
It does.
What they cling on to.
Yep. I always try to remind people, like, you know, when you say you're a fan of whatever, right? You know what fan is short for? Fanatic. Like fanatic's probably not being a good thing, right? Like that's how you like religious fanatics or like Trump. They didn't even win the championship. All they did was get to the Final Four, man. Like act like you guys are New York, man. You guys win championships way more than like us in Minnesota. We haven't won shit since '91. We don't even party like that.
Fucking
Dude. 86-47, basically get rid of Trump. And all the Republicans are like, oh, we need to fucking kill this guy and losing their fucking minds. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, it just baffles me.
Yeah,
they're so triggered by everything, and they call everyone else triggered and whatever. It's like
the next phase, man. That's literally all it is.
I'm just hoping 2026
actually completing the Enlightenment. That's all it is to me. Both 2026.
I was just saying that we got a little over a year to fucking win most of the seats, so we can actually, like, if they could win enough, honestly, we could actually impeach them. That would be the best. If they can, like, actually, like, tidal wave win like 60% of the election or whatever, that would be so dope. Because like 50-50 now. And like I said, the areas where Trump's won last election, all those people are losing now because of fucking everybody hates all the crazy shit that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I mean, he's his own constituent. Like I said, he can't even get his budget bill passed because Republicans hate it. Like I'm just saying, think about like how bad you got to be when even your own people are starting to be like, dude, you're kind of bad, right?
These guys get this power and it just goes to their head, and yeah, they use it to do shitty things.
I was talking to
everybody. It's so fucking crazy how people look at celebrities as these like gods, you know, like you got to think like in the absence, like once God went away, that same archetype kind of stuck around and fucking landed on celebrities. And yeah, like I kind of feel like that's kind of what celebrities are. Archetypes are so fucking weird. They might be useful for some sorts of weird things. It could be. How much have you looked into synchronicity, Carlos?
What?
Like sort of like coincidences that are like kind of caused by, or not. I don't know if I shouldn't even say cause, but like, it's so hard to explain. Sort of like.
So, like, which ones do I believe that what coincidence or like the intersections between different causes?
Sort of like different layers in like the I should say like the noosphere, like the information sphere of humanity. Huh?
Yeah, I think it's layered. I mean, if you
say that, because this is all basically like theoretical shit, but like, and it's also like, you know, parapsychological. So like when Jung and Freud were talking in Freud's office, they were talking for like 12 hours or whatever. But eventually Jung heard noise, and Jung like had like a burn, I think, like in his chest or something, like a sensation, and then he said it was going to happen, and then it ended up happening, and Freud called it a coincidence. And like, it's shit that,
I mean, trying to understand those emotional intensities, those micro moments.
yeah, and like I don't know, like that's the shit that we'd have to find like a natural explanation for. And like I was saying before, with like the like, how should I say it, like sort of like the transfer of the wave, like the preservation or whatever of the wave, or conservation of the wave as it moves upward through causal structures. Like, I think that implies that we were sort of extended in some way, like the same way that, you know, wave particles are, you know, extended across space and time, like before it's collapsed. Like, part of me thinks like that's
the breadth of the brain. It's like, in order for you to be able to do that, you need to be able to be as efficient as possible, as far as in your own recursion, to be able to allow that to happen. It's like you become so self. It's because instead of most people looking at the logic, they're looking for it, right? So they're processing it through their own lens. For me, I literally just listen to the echoes. So whatever comes in, my brain has a specific echo to it, and it creates a specific image. And that image is symbolic. So the only thing I really have to do is interpret the symbolic meaning. And a lot of time it doesn't take me very long to do that. I don't know.
Wild, man. Fine, I believe you. Yeah. Like I said, dude, we've fucking only seen the tip of the iceberg of being so far, and it's because of we haven't fucking sorted out psychology properly yet. And a lot of that, people are so evidence focused. They're external based. They're not applying language or structures to the mind as like a sort of echolocation.
Yeah, which blows my fuck.
Huh?
That blows my mind because.
Yeah, because it's not looked at as scientific. That's all it is, and that is ideology.
We already understand that about society now, that the human mind has been evolving, become more aware deeply.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Now look at Buddhism. Look at Buddhism and how. What else was that the result of but introspection and phenomenology, right?
Yep.
They're describing the Buddha was describing his internal mental states.
The number one offender, biological father.
And describing the experiences and so on. So that's with perfect evidence, the ability to prove it to other people. I mean, you can prove it by essentially telling, okay, if you do this and that, or whatever, you're under these conditions, you'll see this, like that's called, heterophenomenology, phenomenology of the other, like that's stopping it from moving forward, essentially. Like just holding to that modernist position of, physical evidence, which is fine, but we need to apply all methods. Like neuroscience is great, behavioral psychology is great, but you got to get everything.
If you think about it, it's almost like they force you to compress it. You remember those folds we were referring to? How
that as like,
yeah,
I don't know. I shouldn't say primary way of, because we need the language to apply to our minds to be able to understand it, or symbolism or whatever. It has to be something other than just our mental states, right? Like we need some degree of sign, I would say, some kind of sign to translate or decode our minds, I would think, in the first person.
Yeah, dissonance. I think dissonance is that indicator, or at least a thing that forces you to acknowledge that indicator. It's like, you think about it, dissonance is like moments of impact that you have to embrace for. Now,
I used to talk about dissonance all the time, man.
Yeah, the more you get hit, the more you get scarred, the more you're forced to understand their perspective. It's emotional, right? Because at the end of the day, a lot of these challenges that a lot of people are throwing at you, they're emotional perspectives. Like, because it's abstract, if they have this idea of, hey, this is the way something is, and someone comes and challenges them, it's touching on that emotional part of them. So it's a ping pong effect, right? Where this is challenging me, and we're exchanging energies. Like, it's forcing you back into your mind in both directions, right? Because you have one person. It's almost like they're knocking on each other's doors, forcing each other to meet. And there's a battle of who's going to open the door first. But the longer you stay in that perspective, it becomes difficult to maintain. Like that tension builds up, and again, it forces back into that perspective. And I think that's,
if my ideas or my beliefs or whatever don't fit within these lines, then I'm gonna lose all legitimacy, and I'm not gonna be able to relate in terms of or through these ideas, And absolutely, it's an emotional phenomenon, and people who think of themselves as rational are really just cohering with an ideology. And this ideology tells you, when you're not being rational, that you're actually mad or insane, right? And
it was a few studies. It was they had one in South Africa where they say that the schizophrenics, they didn't have the negative delusions that most people have in the U.S. They're just euphoric. It has to do with the atmosphere, the environment, the development of it. Because I have a different understanding of what schizophrenia is. Because you remember how I was processing or specific balance between it, because it's not fluid like borderline personality disorder, and it's not rigid like narcissistic personality disorder. It's like a collapse of that. But
I think literally when people are told that they're mad and they foresee negative consequences from being seen as mad, they start to think that they're mad, and then they project madness onto themselves, and then they're in a state. So I think that people, by default, without developing like an ego that keeps their narrative cohesive or like toward the good of the ideology or society. Like I think that people are gullible. Like I call it original gullibility. And I think that's when those walls are broken down, that rational layer or whatever, that people just believe whatever they think. Like, and I think that's how people form delusions. I mean, part of it, there's specific delusions, but like, I think that they project delusions on themselves, and then they believe they're delusional. They believe that they believe these things, and I think that's projected from society, and I think that comes from having beliefs that deviate from society's norms.
Yeah, it actually makes sense because, I mean, if you really think about it, it's like being punched while you're on fire. You're already in not necessarily a chaotic state. Because, I mean, there's people who, like, when you dive into the subconscious mind and you start to get to that mindset where you start to see the fragmentations and connections between other different realms. Like, the more you let your mind spiral like that, you go fucking crazy. Because it's happened to me multiple times. It's like, yo, you gotta relax. But then, if you're in a position where you don't love yourself and you don't know how to validate yourself, and you look for that validation of, hey, am I seeing what I actually think I'm seeing, or am I understanding what I think I'm understanding? If you don't get that external validation, yeah, you're kind of screwed because now you're stuck in your own chaotic mind. But I think that's why those situations needs to be approached in layers, with specific amounts of exposure, so that you're not drowning yourself in that. Because, man, you would lose your mind. You would lose your mind going down that spiral. And that's the thing. Like, I think I was sort of in that situation, just opposite. Like, I got told I was so stupid when I was younger, and that was normal. Going through high school, like, I didn't try to be the best student. I was a chameleon. I didn't act like I knew more than others. I just sat there, even though I knew it, But I think when you're in that state of chaos or not having that mirror, um, sometimes you start to believe that maybe what they're saying is true. And that's how it was for me until I got to maybe like 25. Like, I knew I was intelligent, but I didn't understand the extreme of it. And it wasn't until a few years ago where I started having the people that mirrored me. I started having more intelligent people around me. And said, like, man, you really know what you're talking about. I didn't even know that. It's like, okay, I spent my whole life thinking I was a dumbass.
Yep.
It's the same thing. It's like, if you're in a fragile state and being intelligent and being a highly intelligent person, you're going to be extremely sensitive. So those moments of invalidation, man, that will fucking put you on your ass, especially if you're not getting the proper mirroring to actually believe that you're in that state, that state of mind.
Yep. I've dealt with it. Like I think sensitivity kind of is intelligence. Like kind of like you're saying the other day. Like,
yeah.
And we fucking force ourselves out of sensitivity, like turn ourselves into this blunt instrument for success, and that blunts our intelligence.
Yep. It narrows it. A lot of those people are closed-minded. And
yep, like people talk about men having, supposing to be like, like imposing themselves on people and so on and so forth. Rather, and that makes men fucking stupid. They're supposed to be commanding or whatever, against all opposition, internal opposition, and that just makes them fucking stupid.
All right, I gotta head out. I gotta work.
Only confidence.
So,
all right, later,
later, man.
Peace out, guys.